is up, people? Welcome back to the Slip and Dip Podcast, episode number 27, the Rule of Three coming at you. I am Matthew Wells. Across the room from me, as always, Mr. Kendrick Johnson. Man, coming back from NYC out there in the Big Apple, how was everything? How was it?
Man, everything that could happen, man. You saw maybe the most historic night in UFC history. Lost my damn wallet in NYC. Have to go through TSA and be all on red alert like I'm a damn terrorist. I had everything go through. Had basically a Chick-fil-A buffet thanks to my kinfolk. Shout out to Martin Tell for letting his boy stay there, hold it down. So I know everything that could happen. And then I saw my girl. I saw my first holy shit moment, as Dana White says, in person.
I mean,
you know how much I like me some JJ, but here's a little source. I saw somebody that is very close with Ronda Rousey to this day hit me up on Friday. Hey, I'm just letting you know, JJ sounded a lot like Ronda did when I was out there with her in Australia. So I see ass whooping coming to her, so don't be surprised like everybody's gonna be. That's literally what he told me. He said she sounds just like Ronda did when we were in Australia, and I ended up being in the hospital with her helping to get back to the States. And I think a little of that came into Miss JJ from even just a technical standpoint. I don't think she thought Rose's reach was as long, and she definitely thinks she could hit as hard. And Rose, being the cerebral assassin she is, was cool. Everything JJ said, she was like stone-faced. She wasn't crying. She wasn't pissed off. She wasn't happy. She just... And then when she caught her with that, I thought it was a left she caught her with. It was happening so fast. It looked like she caught her with a left. Yeah. She dropped her, and then it's like, oh, this bitch about to go. Y'all know, she knew something that we didn't know, because second time she walked in there with bad intention. Wah wah. JJ didn't know where she was at, and that was it.
Yeah, man. It was shocking to see.
Shout out to Trevor Whitman that told us the plan before it happened.
yeah, absolutely, man. Shout out to Trevor Whitman coming on. Go back to listen to that episode if you guys haven't heard it yet.
Episode 25.
Trevor came on, told us that Rose was in the best place, like mentally heading into a fight, possibly ever, and her whole preparation was on point, and it showed. She went out there, did everything as you're supposed to do it. Wasn't rattled by Joanna's game plan. They said that before and after the fight, we already know what she's going to do. She's going to get in my face. She's going to try to yell, yada, yada, yada. We're not going to be fazed by that. And I think at the weigh-ins, I do kind of see, the whole Ronda Holly thing. I kind of saw that. The fact that Joanna put her fist in her face, and everything, and Rose was just sitting there, just like unfazed by everything. And then at the actual, I said that was at the press conference, at the weigh-in, when Rose was standing there saying the Lord's Prayer, staring her down. Like, that is some next level mind-blowing stuff.
And then JJ goes, WWE, the boogeyman is coming tomorrow! When she said it so loud, I'm like, did she just say what I think she said? Because I was there, and I didn't really catch it until we watched the weigh-in, because as you know, it's a lot different live. We got shit going on. I got deadlines, people pulling me, so it's like I read about my video, and I went back and listened to them like, she really did say she is the Boogie Woman.
Yeah, she did. She called herself the Boogie Woman, and I think the problem was that it felt like she was forcing it. In the past, we see her, she talks trash to everybody. But
they give her something.
Yeah, they give her something back. So it's like a back and forth play off of it. And, when somebody does it, usually she kind of backs down and tones it down a little bit.
But I heard backstage, you know me, I got sources everywhere. At MSG security guard said that they bumped each other at the open workout and said, man, that Polish chick about that life, man, she a real gangster.
Oh yeah, we see that all the time, man. Like that none of that is new. Like she does that against
this is complete off script. I still do not get how we see people at the weigh-ins MF this, F you, da 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 da, and they just let them go off the stage right behind each other after had to give restraint not even a whole minute before that. Have you ever thought that was odd? It's like they were just about to go to blows like 10 seconds ago. Hey, there you go.
They keep them separated behind the gate.
But don't you think that's odd? I still think that's crazy to this day. It's like they were just about to get into it 15 seconds ago. Hey, there you go, about your way.
Yes, they do keep them set. They make sure nothing goes on. The whole staff is right behind the curtains right there. Nobody's going to let anything happen. But yeah, So let's first break it down before we get too technical. But too.
We start from the top, or we gonna start from JJ and go up?
No, we'll start. But let me tell everybody who we have on our show today.
Oh man, I'm so hyped! I forgot about the guests.
First,
we got competitors from 217. Mr. Ovince St. Preux himself, the man that to me delivered one of the most lethal head kicks I've ever seen. But some people just think it's a random mill. But I don't recall too many walk off head kicks. I'm just saying.
there's a few out there in the history, but man, it was one of the most impressive moments of the night. And Ovince will talk to us about that.
And we also got the lady I think who will be the next. I've been saying it for the last year. I told you before she even got to the UFC. I did not remember. I regularly came to Matt behind the scenes. I said, man, I don't know this chick. Her name's Cynthia Calvillo. She tried to fight me. That alone, I'm like, this chick's about that life. If she get to the UFC, she will be making some noise. It ain't been a year later, and this lady is she could legitimately be Rose's next opponent. We will talk to her about that. And we have a big surprise, keeping with the championship thing. On the boxing side, if you did not see this knockout, I challenge you to go to YouTube and not laugh at the last minute of the Deontay Wilder-Bermane-Stavern fight. That man's a savage, he's vicious, and he delivered to the Slip and Dip podcast a hell of an interview. Probably one of our best ones so far all time. He hit us from all angles with the heat. We even got some Anthony Joshua news. He's about that life, and he's going to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in 2018.
Yeah, man, we definitely got some fire for you guys. So definitely tune in to the rest of this episode. Don't hang up on us yet. Don't turn us off yet, because we got some fire coming your way. So stay tuned, turn it up, go find yourself a quiet place, go sit down, cozy up, because we're about to hit your ears with some fire. Now, back to 217 for a couple of minutes before we get into those interviews. Historic night. 3 champions come in, and 3 new champions emerge. So, I mean, listen. Let's start it. Let's do it this way.
Let me tell you how big it is. I'm at the airport and people like, oh, you at the UFC fight last night? Yes, ma'am. So, I friended everybody. And for people that didn't get it, I was like, it's probably one of the best nights in fighting history. They're like, why? I'm like, they had 3 title fights and we got 3 new champions. You don't have to know nothing about who Joanna is, who TJ Dillashaw is, but you know some ass whoopings went down. Yeah. And that's a rare occasion.
Yeah, man.
And that's not the fact there was 3 new champions. It's 3 new champions, all by stoppage. So they took the belt at the Garden. Yeah, I used to think the Garden thing was a myth, but I've been to 2 fights at the Garden, and every time I was like, did that shit just happen? And I know you haven't been. We gotta go to the Garden, man, together, man. It's that spot.
I feel like
it's that spot. It's not a myth. I was like, oh, the Mecca this and the world's most famous arena. It's like shit jump off in that environment. Because last year, you knew something was going to jump off, but Conor was involved. This year, it didn't have that feel until you start seeing people getting hit with spinning back kicks, walk-off head kicks. It just kind of built, and then we had the holy shit moment that nobody saw coming. I'm sitting there, I'm like locked on to my man Luke Thomas. Shout out to Luke Thomas and Marissa for letting me hang out with them this week. And everybody from Ariel Helwani dropping his jaw, me and Luke Thomas yelling. Everybody in that press room did not see that coming. Yeah. Nobody was like, oh, I knew Rose was going to do that.
No, nobody was like that. I mean, even the biggest Rose fans were like, oh, this is a tough one. It's a tough one. JJ's tough. Rose, she can do it, but man, that's a tall mountain to climb right there. Getting over JJ. Listen, nobody. I don't care. Like if you try to tell me you saw Rose knocking out Ioane and JJ in that fashion, I'm gonna call you a liar straight to your face.
I was say, who's that? Who's one of those 5 people at Vegas? If you had $100 parlay, you came with 4 G's.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people doing that. A lot of people did post that up. A lot of people went with the all underdog route on the three
$100 for 4 G's.
Yeah, it was a nice payout. And I mean, really, outside of the Ioane and JJ fight, the other 2 weren't. No,
really Cody and TJ, to me, after watching that fight, they fight 10 times. It's 5-5 either way. People were laughing at Cody because, especially TJ people, shout out to the Dillashaws, great family. And congrats to both guys about to have kids, which is crazy. Right. Within like a week apart, they both did, which is crazy. But the Dillashaws were laughing because he was very complimentary with all the rivalry and the post fight conference. But he kept saying, "I'm still a better fighter." And from a technical, neutral opinion, he's absolutely right. If he fights a boring, very technical fight, they see each other again, I think he wins fairly easily. But as we know, that's the mental part and the ego part, which came in. That's what got his ass put to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these fighters are capable of putting on like that, like a boring fight, so to speak. I mean, yeah, they can be a lot more technical, but it's going to be exciting as hell because of the way they move. They're both in and out. They're quick around, like doing unorthodox things. I mean, they could be technical and they could be more calculated, but it's still going to be entertaining as hell, even if this went all 5 rounds.
But what you got to see the feed. I was there in the garden, so completely it looked different. It looked to me that the best thing, of course, DJ didn't say, "Hey, I want to get my shit knocked in and I want to come back," but him getting dropped at the end of the first round seemed to be what really helped him out because he walked up, he is in Cody with them hands at his waist, and he paid the price because he was feeling himself because he ever got that knockdown.
Yeah, no, I mean I knew that fight was going to have moments like that where they both started taunting each other. They both tried to get in each other's head a little bit. And for the 2 rounds that it lasted, it was exactly what I was expecting it to be. You know, we saw Cody pretty much run the first round, and then TJ caught that win in the second round. You know, and it was just like, man, all right. I was expecting, all right, TJ's about to take this round. We're about to see the third round. It's going to be the one that's going to really see who takes over the fight. But then TJ ended it. So I was like, man, it was exciting for as long as it lasted. But I'm not surprised at the outcome. Like I said, I was sitting here, I was like, who do I want to win this fight? Let me grab a coin, pow. Like, not who do I want to win, but who is going to win it?
It's 50-50 for sure.
This was the most 50-50.
I definitely want to see it run back in the next year or so. And TJ, people are hating on him, talking about Cody deserves an automatic rematch. According to the rules and regulations of today's UFC, not really. He had a fight. He basically won, or you want to call a razor thin decision, and he didn't get a rematch. And he had defended the belt. This is Cody's first title defense. Cody don't get owed a rematch.
No, there's no immediate rematch.
No, I know. I will say they need to see each other. Yeah. Even they fight somebody next and they see each other again at the Garden again next year. Yeah. They seem to come back in November all the time. I would be cool with that. But the immediate rematch, people are hating on TJ. Oh, he's running. I don't think he looked scared when he threw that 2-piece on Saturday night. Oh, he's running. He's definitely not scared. That's the dumbest thing people can say. Yeah. He just knocked this dude out on Saturday. He didn't want none. He's scared. Did you not watch the fight?
Right. It's silly. It's silly.
No, he just being a businessman because that happened to him because his was way. He didn't get stopped. Like I said, I think he won. A lot of people think he won, and he didn't get a rematch. So I'll be like, no, I'll see you again. You keep talking about how young you are. Yeah. You'll come back.
Yeah, definitely. They'll meet again in the future. I mean, listen, the next fight for me is TJ Dillashaw and Demetrius Johnson. If not that, TJ Dillashaw.
I will say this. I don't think Mighty Mouse. I won't see Mighty Mouse as great as he is. That if he wins that fight, that will make him the GOAT.
Yeah.
If he don't win, he doesn't. That's not. He's not as great, but that means he's just a top 5er. He would never be number 1. He needs this fight more than TJ.
I love how the conversation has changed so much about who's the GOAT just this year. Earlier this year,
you can't be the GOAT and take PEDs, man. You know I like me some Anderson and I like me some John.
I'm talking about. As soon as John Jones finishes DC, everybody was like, oh, John Jones, the GOAT, hands down. Boom. Fast forward a little bit later. Demetrius Johnson beats Ray Borg. He's the GOAT, hands down. Boom.
George St.
Pierre comes back after 4 years, beats Michael Bisping. Oh, he's the GOAT, hands down. Boom.
I don't care. I disagree with the GSP. When GSP will be top 3, but the fact that he didn't fight Anderson Silva in his prime, and it was because of him, and I got multiple sources that told me you could be in the top 3. You could be even number 2, but you can't be number 1 because it was on him to make the fight, and he didn't want to make it because he was scared.
That fight didn't make sense to me though.
What fights when you got people in different weight classes make sense though? Let's get real.
But listen,
like for instance,
that was fighting at a class above him. He was fighting at 185.
Okay, what did Conor just do last year? Nobody said that.
That's different.
Oh, what does it mean? He's fighting a class above him. It's the same thing.
No, because first off,
I don't think he was a dominant champion. Anderson Silva was a dominant champion. Eddie Alvarez wasn't. But other than that factor, it's the same thing.
It's different. Listen, Conor fought at 170, but he wasn't fighting on 170. He was fighting a 155er who didn't want to cut to 155 in Nate Diaz. and then he fought at 155, took Eddie's belt. GSP is a 170er. Anderson Silva was always a 185er who fought at 205 when he didn't feel like he wanted to cut. So it's like the weight class jump there is huge. You're talking about a difference between 10 pounds and a difference between 15,
I fully agree with you.
and 30 pounds.
But if you're that damn good, that's what you do. There's a reason not only 4 people have had belts in multiple weight classes. It was that easy, everybody be doing it. I didn't say it was easy. But if you're that guy and you're that damn good, you gotta take a risk. Gotta take a risk.
I don't think
you're that damn good. Like I think it's kind of crazy that TJ got to come down because people are sleeping on TJ. Because if TJ fights Mighty Mouse, beats him, and then goes and fights Dominic, he got to be named up there real quick.
I mean,
he'll be the best bantamweight of all time.
Listen, for me in my weight cutting hate, I would rather see the fight go at 135, but.
Well, DJ or even 130. Fight at 130.
You can't though because DJ just got the belt, so you got to make the 125.
Why is UFC obsessed with everything got to be for an effing belt?
I mean, it's for the belt. They're 2 champions.
Man. We got champion versus champion. How come we can't fight at what? Like you said, we eliminate the whole weight cut thing. TJ gonna go 5 pounds lower. Yeah. You just gonna go off of, let's say, make this sense. Either one of them gonna fight in the weight class they never fought in before. I know DJ did back in the day, but that don't really count. But they're a class that they're not established, and got no recognizable fights. Just to pull off this mega fight. Come on now. What sense does that really make? I mean, going to do it at 130, it's like that makes too much sense. No, we got to have a belt involved.
I agree with you.
I don't understand that.
Listen, I agree with you 100%. But, I mean, if you have DJ who's got this record, every time he steps in the cage, he should be defending that belt at this point. I mean,
why?
That's
why?
Because that's how all the regulations are set up. The NSAC isn't going to let them let DJ defend his 125-pound belt at 130. That's just not how it's going to work.
But why does the belt have to be on the line? If this is a mega fight, people are not going to even remember this fight.
They're going to build it as a title fight, so they're going to have to put the titles on the line.
How about just build it as a super fight? You sit there, okay, say for instance, George St. Pierre gave up his belt, okay, and he fights Conor. There's no belt on the line. Man, I ain't gonna watch that. Fuck that shit. They don't got to fight. They don't got a belt on there. I'm not gonna watch that.
The reason why is because it's gonna just create more and more and more interim titles that we don't need laying around. So I'm fully against any more interim titles.
And I was in the minority. GSP, top 3 fighter of all time, cannot be top 1. But if he goes off and beat Mr. Whitaker, we might be talking about something. But I already got sources in this thing right here that are already telling me we're going to start seeing excuses. He's doing this little tour. He's in New York. He's going to be in L.A. next week. He ain't fighting 185 unless it's like the right person.
I'm not mad at that.
A.K.A. Conor McGregor. He will not be seeing Mr. Whitaker.
If they do GSP Woodley, I'm not mad at that either.
But he don't want that in his life. I think Tyron beats him too. I don't care if they are fighting at 170. He did not want that in his life. I go to Vegas. Tyron Woodley, come on the show. I'm going to Vegas, put money on you.
Hey,
it's not 2013.
I'm not saying that GSP would win. I'm not saying that.
I'm saying he not. I say he would.
I'm saying that's the best 170 pound fight you can make right now.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that he won't win because slow as Bisping. I think even Tyron could be Bisping. You know, he's bigger. Tyron's way quicker than those guys. And he's not going to sit there and remotely get into this. You hit me, I hit you. That they got into it. GSP had to give himself a chance. Bisping just doesn't have the skills, and that's where Tyron's got. I got the smartness and the speed. So you gonna play my game?
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see how it all shakes out soon. I mean, there's a lot of different options that the UFC can go with Bisping, with St. Pierre, with Garbrandt, Dillashaw, Rose even. I mean, there's a lot of different things they can do. But we're about 20 minutes into this thing already. So let's get into our first interview. First up, we're going to have Deontay Wilder.
The Bomb Squad! Bombs Bomber in the house. This man is full of fire. I challenge you to watch that YouTube video. Please enjoy.
Yeah, go watch the knockout and then listen to this interview because it is straight fire.